Hello, my name is Jance Levin. We are at Point State Park in downtown Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and we're going to ask the question, what's a story from your life you wish you could tell more often? This is Stranger Stories. So what's your name?
My name is Amy.
My name's Anthony.
Nico Scalise.
Andrew.
What's a story from your life you wish you could tell more often? Oh my gosh! Oh! This is legendary! Oh my gosh! So what's a story from your life you wish you could tell more often?
Well, I'm an only child, and my father needed a kidney transplant. So when I was 21, I went to hike the Grand Canyon with the University of Toledo and came home over winter break, and I had all these procedures to make sure I was a 100% match, because this was in 1992, so it was quite a long time ago. And I came home and donated my kidney, and it made him live 10 more years.
I have a lot of rugged stories where I was where I was semi-homeless, like I was in Sweden and I tried to build a fire outside in this park, and they told me not to. I was selling these newspapers called Factum, F-A-K-T-U-M, and it was for homeless people to sell to make money. So you'd buy a magazine for $5 and then you'd sell it for $10, and people did pretty well. A friend of mine, a Swedish friend of mine, convinced them that yes, I was kind of living on the street some of the time, or at friends or wherever, or I would sneak in because I knew codes to certain apartments, so I would sneak up to the top floor, where there'd be a storage floor, and I'd sleep on that.
Probably going to see sports games in Pennsylvania and learn from watching them to get better.
Okay, what sports?
Soccer.
You gotta catch that fish. We can come back to it.
Probably going to Annapolis. Yeah, going to Annapolis and watching my cousin Jared play baseball for the Navy, because he's really good. He's a pitcher, and I hope I'm like him one day, but he's really good.
What's a story from your life you wish you could tell more often?
I think it's going to be about the time I was sitting at the fountain and some people asked me if they could come up and ask me a question for a YouTube video. I'd love the opportunity to tell this story more often going forward.
Pittsburgh politics ain't shit. We sit here, we gotta look at both aspects of it. We gotta look at the rich, we gotta look at the poor. We have to sit here and look at everything that we go through individually as well as collectively.
Yeah! Was that your first one that you got all day?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Oh my gosh!
I totally am a believer of transplants and helping out everybody. Really helps. Showed me another side of myself. You gotta be really strong.
So then I'm okay, I got a little bit of money. I was gonna go to Italy. I was I want to go to Milan or something. And we're I don't know, want to deal with the language thing. I just don't want to deal with another language right now. So I'm gonna go to Scotland. So I get this $40 or €40 Ryanair ticket to Glasgow, Prestwick Airport. This is 2009 or 10. I get there and I'm just going through customs. I'm hey, whatever. I'm coming here. They're well, how much money do you have? I'm I got I don't know, 60 pounds. Probably had $80, honestly, on me. So I didn't get in. They were you can't just come in here to our country, thinking I'm just gonna destroy their country. I'm just gonna eat the whole infrastructure out and leave it. I mean, I'm exaggerating, but no, I was not permitted in. And they're going through all of my stuff, they're going through pages of my journals, one by one. What's this? I'm I don't know, a demon that I drew. Who cares,
What's a story from your life you wish you could tell more often?
That I hate guinea pigs.
You hate guinea pigs? How did that come about?
They're annoying and rude and bite me.
Wow. That was perfect timing. Can we believe that? So what's your name?
I'm Avery.
What's a story from your life you wish you could tell more often?
Okay. I think a story from my life I wish I could tell more often is definitely my failed suicide attempt. I think that I felt a lot of shame for it, and but ultimately it's just made me really grateful for life. And I think that's ultimately become a life goal of mine, to advocate for mental health, and specifically in teens and the LGBTQ community. And I just think that it really changed my life, and it's definitely something that I want to become more comfortable mentioning so that I can just kind of change that stigma and just advocate for mental health. Yeah.
Amazing. Wow. And you're fine if we use that in the video? Okay. Wow. That's so brave. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Sometimes you never know what you want to do in life, and some people feel like right out of high school you have to go to college and you have to know what you're going to do, but sometimes you go on this crazy path that you never expected, and sometimes it takes time, you know, like you gotta go through some different life lessons before you find your path, and that's okay. And maybe you don't find it until you're 40 or 50 what you want to do, but that's okay. You just keep going, and you know, you'll figure it out eventually.
I think people need to come together. There's too much hatred in the world. Whether politics or whether suburbians, whether if it's in the city communities, we just need to change. This past election, I voted for Peduto. Even though I'm not a fan of Peduto, but I felt like Peduto can do more to bring blacks and whites together. I believe Peduto can bring blue and black together. See, the thing about it is, when you enter into politics, you got to understand one thing. It's not about making history. It's not about being the first black mayor. Why not be the first great mayor that see beyond color, gender, sex, etc., etc.?
So they put me in this like cage van, you know, like the police van with like, I'm like fully in there, and I'm like, oh my God, what's going on? We drive like 40 minutes out of like into the middle of nowhere, into like the Scottish countryside, and there's this like prison with like 30-foot walls and like razor wire, you know, on the top. And we go through that door, and then like there's another one after that. So we get in there, I'm like, holy shit, you know, it was crazy.
So you don't have any more guinea pigs, I imagine?
No, I still have them.
Oh, you do? But you just hate them?
Yep.
I guess we'll keep it fishing related since that's what I'm doing. Down right underneath the Mon Wharf. Nobody was there. It's pouring down rain. And I caught a muskie. First one ever. Yeah, no one to share it with, so I just literally set my phone up and recorded videos. Just so excited alone, it was insane.
So then like I had to put my clothes in a bag, put everything like in a bag, and like they gave me like a smock or whatever. They let me call. I hadn't talked to my parents in like 6 months, and I was like, I'll call them, be like, everything's okay. But I'm in this Scottish prison, which apparently was like the Ritz. Everyone was like, dude, this is the nicest place in the United Kingdom. You know, it's pretty wild. They had a decent library. We watched like Transformers 2 or something on the screen, and you go through like cafeteria style, and like I'm in a room with like 8 guys, like probably like 3 Somalis, like some Iraqis, you know, and I'm just like, hey guys, like.
So muskellunge is the scientific name, but they say it's the fish of every 10,000 cast. So
it's a rare one.
Rare, yeah. It was only 30 inches, but it was my first one, so it was still exciting.
How long were you in the prison there?
Only 2 days.
Just only 2 days.
But then they flew me back, free of charge. They flew me back to Sweden, and so they take me off, like I was like the last one to get off the plane, like escorted by like these, you know, cop type, you know, officials, and I'm like, this is crazy.
The only way things is going to trickle down and affect people that are poor, that are broken, that are battered and bruised. The only way that we can sit here and make dynamic changes is if we sit here, we take the spear, take lead. You don't lead from the back, you lead from the front. We need a mayor in the city of Pittsburgh that's going to cater to all people, rich, poor, black, white, gay, straight.
Well, thank you. Nice. High five. Bam. Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thanks for the interview.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Starting YouTube channels too.
You are? Hey, let's get a shout out. What's your shout out?
Nico Soccer.
Nico Soccer?
Yeah, mine's Enzo Scalise.
Well, congratulations on the catch. Congratulations on that catch. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Anthony. I appreciate it. That was so neat. Thank you so much.